Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
I'm Ryan Seymore.
Oh my goodness! I think this is
too many books.
Too many books, and this is probably the most DC-heavy lineup I've ever done.
Yeah.
You too? I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
We could have almost just gone, just DC, just
Absolutely.
just straight ticket DC.
And the funny part is, probably wouldn't have known any parts of what's going on. Not at all.
It was fun though.
It was fun. I read it. I did it. It's all into the big lead up to that which is DC Rebirth. Oh, number one. Now, I got to give it a shout out. That's a thick book for only $2.99.
It is. It's very, it's thick and it's also really good. Like it feels.
For such a large read, it has a very minimal price tag.
Yeah, $2.99.
Yeah. And it's what, 4 chapters and an epilogue?
Yeah.
That ain't bad.
Yeah.
That is not bad. But let's not start there. Let's not start there. Okay, so we definitely did that one.
Yes.
Right? What else did we do that was the same? Did we both do Nighthawk?
We both did Nighthawk.
Okay. And then we went different.
Yes.
Let's talk about Nighthawk.
Okay.
Where would you like to start? Because I know how I feel about Nighthawk. How do you feel about Nighthawk?
It felt like it should have been a Marvel Max title.
I agree with this.
For someone looking for Punisher-esque violence,
Yes.
it fills that need.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure about
Come
the
on,
depth
say it.
of the story.
Say it. Say it. It is a black Punisher story for no good reason. This is okay.
It is. Now that's been said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's just get this out of it. Okay, so David Walker, who was writing Cyborg and is no longer, has now moved over to writing this Nighthawk character, who is now a black version that was first started in Squadron Supreme when Straczynski did it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. However, this book is black for black's sake for black reasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is like okay, I'll be honest. There's a level of almost forced, I said it, almost forced black comic booking that is the exact reason why I stepped away from Milestone so many years ago.
Really?
It was because it was just jammed down your throat of black on black on black on black reading. And while I understand the need for representation, it does not have to be force-fed down people's throats. To deal with black issues in such a heavy-handed way is a lot. Why can't a character just be? Why has he got to be the black this? Why do you have to write him that way? No diss, David. I'm sure it was a mandate. I'm just saying.
Could have been really interesting.
It could have, but it just kind of lost itself to me.
It was very flat. Like it was the action. It was very cookie cutter. Very fill in the blank with a particular character.
Yes, it was
to do.
Yes, it was.
And some of the stuff they reference in there could be mined for some really cool commentary.
Absolutely. Absolutely could. Absolutely. But I think it's going to get lost under the idea of this overtly racially motivated story. And that's the thing. Like, it is highly racially motivated, which I don't think it's a necessity. And also, I feel like, to a degree, that's a retread of like some, I don't know, and this is going to, don't laugh at me when I say
power
this.
lines. Don't say power lines.
I'm not going to say power lines. I'm going to go worse than that.
Ooh.
Shadowhawk. Been there, done that. Do we need to go back?
Wow.
Biggity bam.
Wow. Found that in the back of the attic.
See, I know, right? I know. But am I like?
Yeah.
Do you see it though? I mean,
Yeah.
that's all I'm saying. I see a similarity there. I am going to make a joke. I'm going to show you off camera.
Okay.
The character that they reveal at the end.
Yeah.
I want to show you something from my personal library that will make you giggle. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Interesting.
You have something to look forward to that they won't know. Tweet us and maybe I'll share it with you guys. How about that for interaction?
I also do haiku on my Twitter feed, so if you guys, I call it Raiku.
Oh, that's so genius. Oh my God, if you don't do it now, you have to.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, now you have, write that down. Write down Raiku. You have to do it from now on. Good job. Good job. Now the creative team on this one is, like I said, David Walker.
Yeah.
And then the artist, he was the guy that did Ease for Extinction. The
Secret War stuff?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's his name?
Villa Lobos?
Yes. Ramon?
I
I think it's Ramon. Yes. So, I mean, it's got a very interesting art style to it, which is not off-putting.
Yeah.
It's just, we wanted more story, more body here.
Yeah, more like the character's got pathos, and then we're just a couple flashbacks.
At the least, give us more in the recap part.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we read that part.
Yeah, it's kind of sets the stage, especially for number one that already has backstory tied into it. I'm just saying. Okay, where did you go differently?
I went back to self-storage.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, 451 Publishing, Chapman and Simpson. It was a fast read.
Okay.
But it was good.
I'm worried now. I'm worried.
Because, like, you got to feed the zombies, right? If you got the zombies in storage, you got to feed them. And if you catch feels for a zombie,
yeah,
which happens,
feels, sir, as in like it touched you, or in an emotional level, you're feeling a certain way for the undead.
Yes. It's disgusting. It's violent. The characters are just degenerates.
Oh!
And I mean that in the highest form of praise, because it's just amazing. And yeah, definitely. If you want wrong stuff and you want
wrong stuff, that's the blanket term.
That's the blanket term. Wrong stuff involving zombies and fur coats. Just please, I implore you, hit up your local comic store and check this book out, because it's.
I don't know how to follow that. I don't know how.
You went with Star Wars, which I
did.
A more wholesome universe.
Jason Aaron and Lanil Yu wrapped a story up here. Of course, because I wasn't reading it, I just jumped in, because I like doing that. I will say, I'm gonna bring back an ancient sneak diss, but I'm gonna say it. The portrayal of Princess Leia, way better than even her series was, her little miniseries. And this was just off of one issue that I didn't even know what all was going on, but I got a sense of Leia holding things down, being in control, being the queen that we know that she is.
Yeah.
I know it's just Princess Leia, but no, she's queen up in here. You know what I'm saying? Alderaan's gone. She's queen of Alderaan places.
Yeah.
I said it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I have no comeback.
I did that. But it was a fun read. Yeah. It was. And of course, Neil's artwork is fantastic. I almost feel like the Star Wars train has kind of run its course in terms of its fanfare, which isn't good, because, they're bringing in stellar artists on this. Yeah. Aaron is still doing his job. Bringing in big names like Lanil Yu, you would think like we're still getting Star Wars out the wazoo. Star Wars. Yeah. But no. It seems like the noise has quieted down.
It's really come down. It's now down to its, at least with my shop,
right?
It's down to its core audience, which is still pretty big.
Right.
But yeah, because it's if you just randomly told me like, oh yeah, Marvel's putting together this title, it's going to have Jason Aaron, Lanil Yu, without knowing anything more, I've already penciled in X amount.
Exactly.
And this is a book that people should check out.
Yes.
It's in a couple trade paperbacks in volume. It's really good, and it's not Star Wars really good. It's just in general
good.
Really good.
And then it also happens to be Star Wars,
Yeah.
which is like extra bonus sprinkles on top. I don't know. I thought that was a no-brainer, but I don't know. Yeah, I know. So, DC Rebirth #1, one of the most controversial storylines to drop in
forever,
20-something years. Yeah, maybe forever.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was not cognizant of the medium when Crisis happened, the Crisis. So I don't know if this maybe had that same reverb sort of feeling, but I have to admit, man, I kind of liked it.
I loved it, actually.
Yeah,
and it was one I was very vocal in terms of, if DC is going to tell us the new 52 is the universe, stick to it.
Right.
You can't back off.
Right.
And this, because when I first heard Rebirth, I was like, oh crap, they're backing off. They're
rebooting again.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But reading this, it feels like there was some kind of plan there.
It almost does.
Yeah.
And shockingly enough, it sounds like it might be a good plan.
Yeah.
An interesting plan.
Yeah.
Dare we say.
Jeff Johns knows how to do that thing called writing.
Yeah. Like for reals. I totally saw an article that was a little bit spoilerific, but it was talking about that this issue in particular is possibly a metatextual conversation about what DC has been producing since the mid-'80s. I know, right? Biggity boom, brain juice sprinkled all over the place. Lots of points hit in this one. And it does set up something classic.
Yeah.
Major. I want to know where #2 is. I needs it.
it ties so many different disparate stories together.
Yes.
Disparate universes.
Yes.
Characters that had gone forgotten that had made appearances. And there's a character that I got to go back and reread it again because I'm pretty sure I recognize them from another DC miniseries that happened within the last couple of years, which makes it next level.
I agree wholeheartedly with this.
And it's fantastic. Like it takes all the typical parts of like the big DC crossover and restructuring of universe stuff, and it doesn't lean on them. It uses them as like
as parts of a whole puzzle.
Yeah. We finally have all the parts.
Yes. Like the other ones were literally potatoes and veggies, and then it's like, but here's the main course that makes this an entire meal.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that's been missing the entire time.
Yeah.
They've tried to throw things against the wall, but it's like, no. Take a step back, give the meal.
Yeah.
Put the meat down on the table. And I feel like this is meat.
Yeah.
This is
It
meat.
is. It's not fluff.
No.
It's
no.
some of the best DC stuff I've read in the last few years. It's seriously, if you have any interest in DC Comics or you felt burnt by them switching to the new 52, go to a local shop, pick one up. It's $2.99.
Come on.
It's like 80 pages long.
And you've got, we're talking top-notch talent. Not just Jeff Johns. We literally start off with Ethan Van Sciver.
Yeah.
We jump into Gary Frank. We got Ivan Reyes. We've got Phil Jimenez on there too.
Yeah.
So, we're talking comics legends here, especially guys that have a long run with DC, especially. So you kind of have no choice.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason. Do we have this solid piece, but the ancillary stories that are branching off of it, are they going to be as strong? I do wonder.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we will.
Next week, I think there's 4 different ones coming out, so we're going to find out very, very quickly.
Now, this is a monthly title, right? Not a weekly?
I believe it's a one-shot.
What?
Yeah.
This is setting the stage and then go?
I think.
What?
I could be wrong about that, but I have not seen Rebirth #2. So,
Jeff, tweet us and let us know if there's a #2. I could use a #2.
Yeah.
Because this was the stuff, bleep. You know what I'm saying?
Like
That's what I was going to say, but I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, this is one of those things that they've given us miniseries before, but if this one really is a one-shot,
wow.
Like you guys needed to reverse that. Like make this one the miniseries with this quality.
Go.
Because this is the stuff.
Go.
When I tell people about DC, you should check out DC Comics. Flash does this, this, and Batman's like this, and it's all right there.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. So as cool as Rebirth is, we've got a thing with our honorable mentions where these are actual kind of prereqs that you have to have read, and we think we've assumed the order that you need to have read them in order to get it. Now, the first thing is Justice League #50, which is the end of the Darkseid Wars. Yeah. And then finally Superman #52. Now we're gonna take this stab and say, okay, because it's Justice League 50, Superman 52, that obviously this one's 2 months ahead.
Yeah.
So this one is a little late. You were supposed to have read this one a while ago, maybe 2 issues before this Superman.
Yeah.
But I think this kind of sets up what this
there definitely is that sort of construct going on.
Yeah.
And it's one I wish, like DC, you've kicked ass this week.
Indeed.
But you should have told us.
Yeah.
Like
these
2 issues are going to be critical reading for Rebirth.
Right. So then order accordingly, because chances are you might have undersold or under-ordered these immensely in comparison to that.
Yeah.
Heck, that could have even been like a deal that you get where you buy, that and then you get these at a discounted rate, especially because this one is $5.99.
Yep.
Wow, I just saw that. Is this a special cover? No, it's just...
that's just cover price.
Okay. All right.
It's part 10.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you? All the more reason, Maybe there's a deal. Buy these 2, you get $1 off of that. I don't know. Something could have been done.
Marketing option.
Exactly. And that's kind of the game. Work together. Synergy. God, we haven't talked about that in a long time, have we?
That brought a smile to my face.
Old episodes. Editors know. Go back and check them out. Solid week, though, man.
Yeah, very, very much so.
Yeah.
I like weeks like this.
I know.
It's just
they
good stuff.
make you excited. They make you want to go to the comic shop.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, have you guys been over here all night? Because literally this actually has a special midnight release piece.
Yep.
So while you guys are watching this on Wednesday, you could have been there Tuesday night.
And there's a special midnight cover.
Ooh, which I showcase because I'm cool. I went for the midnight cover.
And I just get the job done, that's all.
Sometimes it's better that way.
I don't even get the job done. Who am I kidding?
Okay, well, I mean, I was gonna make a black joke about how I have to work twice as hard. That's all. So.